2020 Employee Training COVID-19 Worker Health and Safety. Effective date September 4th, 2020. Module number 4, Cohorting. This module outlines cohorting, which refers to the practice of keeping students together in small groups throughout their school day, with limited exposure to multiple teachers or a wide variety of students. The risk of transmission of COVID-19 is reduced by limiting exposure to others. Contact tracing is also enhanced when group cohorts are maintained. Overview. Educators are likely thinking about the following questions. What are some strategies to ensure students follow cohorting guidelines? Are there any lunch or recess activities that are not appropriate in the current context? School boards will be expected to implement adaptive timelines at both the elementary and secondary levels that support cohorting of students to the greatest extent possible. What are key things I need to know this year? Elementary schools will reopen with conventional delivery with enhanced health and safety protocols province-wide. Before and after school programs will be available in schools. Students with high levels of special needs, education needs, who are unable to study remotely will be permitted daily attendance and instruction. What are key things I need to know this year? A secondary student should be limited to approximately 100 student contacts. Boards are also encouraged to keep in-person cohorts to 2 classes or with their grade, depending on the size of the high school. This may require adaptive timetables and a study hall or remote delivery of some classes in grades 11 and 12 to limit the size of cohorts a secondary student is exposed to. Elementary students may also be able to leave their classroom to receive additional support, but direct and indirect contacts in school for students should be limited to approximately 50. Educators are encouraged to nurture social, emotional learning skills to support mental health and well-being. What will this look like in the schools? Elementary schools. Elementary students will be able to leave their classroom to receive additional support, but direct and indirect contact in schools for students should be limited to approximately 50. An elementary student should be cohorted with their classroom and their homeroom teacher, with limited contact with other subject teachers for classes such as French as a second language, Anglais, the arts and physical education. Specialized teachers like French teachers will still be able to go into classrooms to provide the full breadth of programs for students. Please review the Upper Canada School Board's Return to School Guide 2020 and 2021 for more details. What will this look like in the schools? Before and after school programs, students attending these programs will be part of 2 cohorts and attendance records will be kept. The rooms that host before and after school programs will be cleaned between cohorts. Recess. Elementary cohort classes will stay together with 1 teacher where possible. Students can expect to see changes in the timing of recesses, lunches, and bathroom breaks as they are staggered to support cohorting. Shared equipment should be disinfected regularly, and students should be encouraged to practice proper hand hygiene before and after playground use. What will this look like in the schools? For secondary schools, a secondary student should be limited to approximately 100 direct and indirect student contacts. Special education support. Some services, typically offered face-to-face, may be offered remotely, depending on the local protocols. Some services typically offered through withdrawal may be offered in the classroom to minimize student movement. Students with significant special education needs for whom remote learning is challenging may attend school daily in alternative delivery models. Boards have been working with local public health units to determine how this may impact student timetabling and some cohorts, students may be. Lunches and snacks. To the greatest extent possible, students are encouraged to eat lunch and snacks in their classroom with their cohort to ensure chances of contact and transmission are minimized. Lunch times should be staggered to allow students to wash hands before and after handling food without creating congestion in washrooms or hand washing stations. If weather permits, consideration should be given to having lunch breaks outside. Schools will not plan non-instructional activities that involve students in preparing or serving of food. Third-party food services, including nutritional programs, will be delivered in a way that any student who wishes to participate can do so. Grab-and-go format is preferred. All services, bins, and containers for food shall be disinfected prior to and after each use. This is the end of module number 4.